President Biden, something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory.
I'm well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president. I put this country back on its feet.
Many American people have been watching, and they have expressed concerns about your age.
That is your judgment. That is your judgment.
All right, let's bring in Bill O'Reilly. Were you surprised that the President of the United States took this opportunity, and what do you think he made of it?
He had to do it. So let me make a couple of quick points. I'm glad he's not going to be charged. I think this whole thing is, yeah, they shouldn't have done it. Trump shouldn't have done it. But does it really matter to the country? No. So I'm glad Biden's not going to be charged. And the happiest guy in the country tonight is Donald Trump. He's the happiest guy. His poll numbers will rocket now because people believe what they want to believe, Cuomo. But this is so damning. This report is so damning. I don't think I've ever seen a report as damning to a sitting president. And I'm writing a book on all the presidents. 345 pages. The book basically says he broke the law. There's no doubt he did. He knew he was breaking the law, but we're not going to charge him because he's a doddering guy who's probably got dementia. That's the report. Now, if you're the Republican Party, how many commercials are you going to get out of that? It's devastating. So he had to go out, but he didn't look relaxed. And, you know, he's on the defensive, of course. But I believe, you may not believe her, but I believe her when her says he couldn't remember when he was vice president, and he couldn't remember within months when his son Bo died. I believe her. I don't think her would make that up. Now, that being said, the Justice Department are the champion CYA people. You remember that Village People song, CYA?
It's not the song, but continue.
Cover your... So, you saw with Comey and Hillary Clinton, who obviously took classified information, put it on a personal server. Obviously. And Comey goes, yeah, she did it. But she didn't mean to. She didn't mean any harm. So we're not going to charge. It's the same thing. So, yeah, Biden did it, knew he did it, but he's too old. And,
I don't know how much teeth this has, except, as you say, for people who want to believe what they want to believe already, which is, you know, that's part of the problem here, right? My read on the report is we're not charging him because we don't believe we can make the case that there was a crime committed. And
that's not what the report says.
Absolutely. Hold on. It is absolutely what the report says is we don't believe there should be criminal charges, and we don't think there should be criminal charges, even though the DOJ says you can't charge a sitting president.
But you're
That's
leaving
not
out
why we're saying it.
Cuomo, you're leaving out the key element here. This is journalism.
Which is?
They don't believe a jury would convict because a jury would be sympathetic to an old man who can't remember anything. That's why they're not bringing the charges.
That is
not that they can't prove it. They can prove it.
That is a secondary part of the explanation of why they don't believe a crime was committed.
It's in headlines here with me.
Of course, it's in the headlines because that's the political
let's advance the story.
Hold on. Hold on. Look, the bad news for Biden is that you had a political appointee do a report where he says, I'm not going to bring the case, right, because he'd lose the case, and I don't believe there was
But he wouldn't lose the case on the merits.
He would lose the case on the merits.
He'd lose the case because the jury wouldn't
show
convict.
the intent. It's an intent-based crime. It's not absolute liability in this context. And the bad news for the president is he says we don't believe there was intent to commit a crime because we're not sure the president of the United States can form intent because we don't know that he has the mental acuity around the events. And that is damning.
Her concluded that Joe Biden willfully retained the classified material. It doesn't get any more clear than that. But let's advance the story for NewsNation viewers, okay? So I was probably the first national commentator to say, that Joe Biden will not be on the November ballot.
Yes.
And I did raise the scenario of LBJ bailing out in 1968. Now it's almost impossible for Biden to run in November because the poll numbers, as I said, Trump is the happiest guy in the country tonight. The poll numbers among people who don't have a real agenda, they're going to say, I'm not voting for this guy. They might not vote for Trump. They might vote for nobody, okay? But they're not going to vote for Biden. Because if you did that, you would be voting for someone who is mentally impaired. I went through it with my mother. I saw it, which is why I can get on television and radio and say with certainty that Joe Biden is in the beginning stages of dementia.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.